Hello everyone, my name is Steffi. We are from Group 7. Today we are going to talk about reflective writing based on three articles given. This is the team members for this presentation. Now let's take a look at the table of contents. There are a total of 8 contents for this presentation. Now I will pass it to the next presenter to present on the introduction part.
Imagine a world where anyone, regardless of expertise, can contribute to solving some of the planet's most pressing challenges. This is the essence of citizen science, a transformational strategy that engages individuals in scientific research that addresses global concerns. Hence, citizen science is not just an innovative tool but a critical pathway towards achieving sustainable development goals. Citizen science is our main focus as it empowers individuals and communities to actively participate in addressing environmental, social, and economic challenges. Unlike traditional top down approaches, citizen science approaches in a democratic and scientific process, making it inclusive and accessible. Citizen science is a crucial approach in sustainable development, particularly in underserved areas. It fills critical data gaps by monitoring water quality metrics, providing valuable insights that promote awareness, education, and capacity building. This directly supports SDG 6, which is on clean water and sanitation. Citizen science fosters public participation and environmental stewardship as seen in the Australian Marine Debris Initiative, which engaged thousands of volunteers to collect data on marine debris contamination. This large scale citizen driven effort contributes to SDG 14, Life Below Water, by reducing marine pollution and promoting healthier ecosystems. Citizen science also extends to policy development, education, and governance by fostering collaboration between citizens, scientists, and policymakers. Emerging technologies like AI and geospatial mapping enhances data accuracy, which in return empowers communities to contribute meaningfully to global challenges. Citizen science promotes education and raises awareness about environmental and social issues, aligning with SDG 4, quality education. It's a powerful reminder that when citizens and science come together, the possibilities of achieving a sustainable future are endless. So, to gain more insights, let's dive into the depth of details regarding citizen science.
All right, everyone. My name is Ivan. We'll talk about the general analysis of the three papers, which is basically just a summary of the paper's content. So, for Article 1, Continental Patterns in Marine Debris Reviewed by a Decade of Citizen Science. Well, in this paper, we find that patterns in the marine debris and waste can be obtained by analyzing records of coastal cleanup by citizens. And by applying statistical concepts to the data in the database, we can clean the data because the data in the database is quite dirty. We can clean it and review trends in marine debris. In this case, we find that in at least in Australia, the waste is primarily littered plastics. For Article 2, channels of collaboration for citizen science and the sustainable development goals, we find that um, citizen science, there's a lot of channels that people carry out citizen science through, and the majority carry out through a channel that involves them, which involves them being in a group or network associated with carrying out citizen science. And when tying this into SDGs, we find that the majority amount of citizen science broadly aligns with the SDGs, a significant part of citizen science directly or is in the progress of integrating the SDGs. And the most common SDGs include stuff like quality education, sustainable cities and communities, and climate action. Well, if we study the various channels in which citizen science is carried out, then we can further our progress into the SDGs. Next, we'll talk about the next article, Article 3. Here, in we find that in more successful citizen science projects on water quality monitoring, the citizens are knowledgeable, experienced, have awareness of environmental issues, and are motivated. The institutions in question are also motivated in the research and are well funded. Also give good support structures such as training, the promotion, and they promote a culture of communication and feedback.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vincent. So here's come to the part of synthesis for the articles. So first of all, I want to talk about the citizen science in environmental monitoring. So citizen science enables the collection of a large-scale, high-quality data sets, and it is very crucial for environmental monitoring. However, there's some challenge like data bias and reliability require the systematic solution to fully unlock this potential. So it's not about just the data, so it's also about people. So the social impact and the public engagement. So citizen science educates the participants, drives behavioral change, and strengthen the community ties, creating a long-term sustainability commitment. So after that, to be the impactful, citizen science data must be integrated into formal decision making. This requires robust validation methods and fostering trust among all the stakeholders. So also, the citizen science contribute to multiple sustainable development goals. Is showing its versatility, integrating the local initiative into a global strategy accelerate the progress toward a sustainable future. So after that, I will talk about the future pathway. So the converge of technology, education, and governance will offer roadmaps for scaling citizen science, maximizing its societal and environmental impact. As in conclusion, through the citizen science, we are not just getting the data, we are empowering the communities and driving meaningful change for a sustainable world.
Now I'm going to present on the reflection on self part. Before this, I think I was involved in citizen science also as I used to fill out a questionnaire. It's about the quality of drinking water in UN. I just simply completed it because I don't think it will change anything. After I read the article, I learned something. The communal of public helps to gather data over large geographic areas and time frames, and the different opinions bring fresh perspectives and diverse skill sets to solve the scientific problem. At the same time, this increases public understanding of the scientific research and also satisfy the curiosity for the one that having interest in this field. Besides, we all know that water is very important. It is the source of life. In the articles, I saw people are striving hard for a better environment far from marine ecosystem near to our daily uses of water. The first reflection on self for the first article is reflecting on our role in saving the environment. Reflecting on this, we have frequently felt that we have the responsibility for the environment, but we have struggled with the scope of global problems like plastic pollution. Thus, the article on marine debris makes us a proof of it. We learn that even an individual making a tiny effort to the environment can also have a significant impact when combined through the citizen science through the methodology of the Australian Marine Debris Initiatives. It got us thinking about even if we only take a small action, this small action can also help to reduce marine debris in order to save the environment. For example, use reusable bags instead of plastic bags and join neighborhood cleanup activity. After reading this article, we were motivated to join or start similar initiatives in our neighborhood in order to find ways to save the environment. And the second reflection on self for the second article is Understanding, even if it's a small contribution from an individual or community, can also reach the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). We have learned a lot about sustainability from this article, which connected citizen science to the Sustainable Development Goals. Before reading this article, we thought that governments and big organizations were in charge of the Sustainable Development Goals only, but now we realize that the role of communities and individuals is also crucial in reaching these objectives. We also realize that even our tiny effort may make a big difference to the world. This article also made us want to find out more about how we might match the Sustainable Development Goals with our own objectives, especially in areas that are important to us, like fighting with climate change and providing high quality education. And the last reflection on self for the third article is understanding the importance of group work in water quality monitoring. This article highlighted the importance of motivation, training, and interactions between citizens and institutions. When we thought back of our own volunteer experiences, we realized that what kept us motivated to continue doing volunteer work was the feedback we got from others, and the accomplishment after we have done the work, knowing that the work we have done will give a positive impact to the world. This got us thinking about how we could also inspire others to participate in citizen science by telling them the positive impacts if they participate in citizen science, and also share knowledge with them. This article also made us ask ourselves whether we have always considered the financial and social obstacles that might keep others from taking part in volunteer work. After reading this article, we feel that we must become more inclusive in any group initiatives. That's all for my part. Now I will pass it to the next presenter to present on the critical analysis part.
Below is a critical analysis of three articles, combining their contribution and examining their collective strengths, limitations, and future implications. Together, these articles present a comprehensive perspective on the role of citizen science in addressing environmental challenges and advancing sustainability goals. So now let's continue with critical analysis. Let's begin with a strength. First, citizen science plays a pivotal role in bridging data gaps in environmental monitoring. Its ability to scale across both spatial and temporal dimensions overcomes the limitation of traditional monitoring systems, which are often constrained by the resource and the infrastructure. Second, it excels in enhancing public awareness and engagement. By involving diverse communities, citizen science fosters environmental literacy while simultaneously contributing a scientific outcomes, which is a powerful dual benefit. Lastly, citizen science is highly policy relevant. Its findings have a potential to directly inform evidence-based decision-making and shape sustainability strategies at various levels. However, there are challenges to address. First, the data quality and the standardization remain significant hurdles. Despite advancements in validation techniques, further efforts are needed to standardize methods, provide training, and integrate citizen science with professional scientific practice. Second, there is the issue of limited inclusivity and global representativeness. Many regions and socio-economic groups remain underrepresented, and expanding citizen science to this area is crucial for achieving global equity and relevance. Finally, there are challenges in policy integration. While the policy implications of citizen science are evident, effectively embedding its data into governance structure is an area that still requires significant attention. In summary, citizen science offers immense potential to bridge gaps, engage community, and influence policy. However, addressing its limitations is essential for maximizing its global impact on sustainability. Let's continue with opportunity for future development. First, leveraging technologies for data collection and validation presents great potential. By integrating tools such as AI for data validation, geospatial technology for mapping, and mobile apps for real-time reporting, we can significantly enhance the quality, scalability, and accessibility of citizen science. Second, strengthening the multi-stakeholder collaboration is key. Formalizing partnership between citizen scientists, policymakers, and scientific institutions can amplify the societal impact of this initiative and ensure the alignment with broader sustainability goals. Finally, expanding the scope and inclusivity of citizen science is essential. By addressing global sustainability challenges like biodiversity loss, climate resilience, and urban sustainability, this initiative can maximize their relevance and utility across diverse regions and populations. Now, let's consider the broader implication of citizen science. For science, citizen science democratizes the knowledge production, allowing communities to actively participate in research and contribute valuable data to global scientific efforts. For society, it fosters environmental stewardship, strengthens social cohesion, and promotes global citizenship by empowering individuals to take ownership of sustainability challenges. And for policy, citizen science provides non-traditional yet invaluable data source. This data can complement official statistics, inform policy decisions, and track progress toward global sustainability goals. In conclusion, citizen science holds immense promise by embracing technology, fostering collaboration, and expanding inclusivity. We can unlock its full potential not just for science, but for society and policy as well, paving a way for a more sustainable and equitable future.
All right, now we will talk about the impact on society of the papers, paper 1, 2, and 3. So, for paper article 1, we can see, well, as we have discussed, we can clean the data set and reduce its noise and biases from a public citizen science database. And with the clean data set, we can use it to inform citizen and governmental efforts to clean up the coastal environment and, just have inform the government in cleanup efforts and legislation so they can be able to be more effectively implemented. For Article 2, we can see that studying the channels for citizen science and its contributions to SDGs can further inform and raise the awareness for how citizen science can help build a sustainable future. And this allows for the general populace and policymakers to be able to support the demand for citizen science into the future. For Article 3, studying the factors for successful citizen science projects can help institutions such as universities or various organizations in designing future projects such that they will use higher quality data that is less biased, and the better quality of data can help inform and further advancements to a more sustainable future.
Hi guys, my name is Jessie and now I will talk about action plan. For Article 1, I have two plans for Article 1. The first one is enhancing citizen science engagement. At first, to improve data accuracy, develop comprehensive training program for citizen scientists. Highlight the need of standardized simple techniques and provide toys to promote consistent reporting, such as manuals and smartphone apps. Additionally, use citizen science campaign to engage local population in lobby and education. And the second one is addressing data quality and bias. To increase the deep ability for your data, apply the systematic filtering and bias correction strategy recommended by the study. For example, use statistical techniques to identify and adjust for over or under represented divide debris type or location, or volunteer to take sample at range of sites, include remote or unvisited beaches. Now is the action plan for Arctic 2. The first point is promoting education and awareness. At first, create and cry out education initiative emphasizing the value of computer science in taking pressing problems like public health and biodiversity loss and climate change. After that, I think create workshop both online and offline that are suited to difficult populations such as young person and rural area and underrepresented groups. And the second one is leveraging technology. And the first, I think, create individual mobile platform and apps for gathering and share data. After that, addressing extraordinary concerns by using artificial intelligence toys to process and validate gathered by citizens. And the last point is strengthening institutional support and trust. At first, establish framework and rules to ensure that computer science must follow scientific-based practice and to standardize them. After that, encourage government assistance and non-government group to accept and integrate CS funding into policy-making processes. And here is the action plan for Arctic 3. The first one, capacity building for citizens. At first, provide training programs that focus on understanding key ProMaster using water quality test equipment and collecting data in an arranged manner. And the second, to make training accessible to a variety of communities, offer interactive workshops or resources in multiple languages. Second one, enhancing technology support. The first one, making accessible, user-friendly, and manageable water quickly monitoring kit for the general public. And two, create mobile apps that facilitate real-time data entry, communication, and visualization between scientists and the general public. And the last one is promoting cooperation among institutions. First, to again objective and expectation co-design computer science project with government organizations, researchers, and local communities, and to establish procedures for professional scientists to correct check citizen-generated data on a general basis.
Finally, we have come to an end of our presentation. Undeniably, the data provided by the public pushes the progress of the research significantly. This has changed my mind, encouraged me to pay more attention to the environment problem, mostly the water pollution, and giving me motivation to involve in those research of citizen science. In conclusion, after reflecting on these three articles, we have learned a lot from these three articles. What we have learned from these three articles is that these three articles have widened our knowledge about citizen science, because these three articles help us better understand the importance of individual acts taken collectively, whether it's beach cleanups, water quality monitoring, or supporting sustainability education. I'm inspired to become involved in or even organize local citizen science initiatives like involved in or organized neighborhood cleanup activity. Above all, now I consider myself as a member of global society working toward a better future by contributing to environmental sustainability. That's all from us. Thank you very much for your attention towards our presentation.